Welcome to another episode of the KAWmedy Krow podcast. I'm Christopher. This is the lovely and beautiful partner in crime, my wife and lovely everything. So awkward. Amy, give it up for Amy, everybody.
Yeah, Amy.
Yeah. And then our wonderful guest, Alex Morais.
Alex Morais. You need some.
Choke up on the mic.
You need some more ice in your drink.
Yeah.
Or if you
Morais.
would like some more rice in your bowl.
Morais.
Morais?
Oh yeah, it's Portuguese. It's Portuguese.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm special.
Yeah. It's you and C's more. See, I'm doing it right now.
Morales?
Morales. No. C's his last name. I always botch his last name too, and same with you. Both of you. I
Is he
always
my
mess
cousin?
it up. But yeah, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much,
It's
Chris,
so good to
Amy.
have you. If you don't know, make sure you check out Alex's vinyl night at Solaris Beer and Blending.
DJ King Baby every Thursday at Solaris Beer and Blending.
Yeah.
Bring your own vinyl night. Bring me records and I'll play them. And that's what I do. It's for fun.
How long have you? When was the official date of when you started doing the vinyl night?
You know, I forgot the date, but I think it's been like 2.5 years, about the same as you've been doing comedy there.
Yeah. So you were doing it first. You started the vinyl night, and then you hit. And then I have to say thank you so much for putting in the good word and having me meet up with Solaris and Chad and everybody to start the comedy night there.
Well, so what had happened was they were already doing a Bring Your Own Vinyl night. And I would go and see this guy, SB, who used to run it. And it was nice because I had records, and I was like, bring your own vinyl. That sounds cool. So I started going, and eventually he had to bow out. He now has a record store, so I get it. But he had to bow out for a second, and they had me run it. And one of the days, maybe like 3-4 weeks into it, they asked what we should do on Mondays. And I said I knew comedians because I used to do comedy. Up and down.
Yeah.
And you were the first one I hit. Well, honestly, first one I hit was Matthew Utley, comedian. He was a friend, close friend of mine. But then I remember you lived around here too because I used to do comedy with you.
Right.
And I hit you up.
Yeah.
And it's been like that ever since,
Yeah.
you know?
No,
I remember Matt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Matt
It's been a
Utley.
while.
Yeah, I met Matt at the Edge in Old Town when I met Rocky and everybody. And
Oh, Rocky.
Yeah,
He's the best.
Matt Utley was also in part of the documentary that never came out by Timmy Stewart. It was called The First Laugh. The First Laugh documentary. There was a trailer for it on YouTube, and yeah, Matt was a part of that as well.
Oh, excellent.
But yeah, but yeah, you would come to the Shamrock back when I first started that like 10 something years ago, and yeah, you are such a character. I'm sure you get that a lot.
I do, but I'm proud of it. So,
Yeah.
so what had happened with what was that, like 10 years ago, maybe more?
Yeah.
So what had happened is I knew Matt from work, where we used to work at Pechanga Resort and Casino. I mean, anyway. And I heard he was a stand-up comic.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's cool. I don't know comedians. I want to see you perform because I love comedy.
Right.
I never touched it. I never did it myself. I was always just, you're so funny, you know? So I started going to Matt's shows, and he had this promoter, Big Mike Mitchell, R.I.P., Big Mike Mitchell.
Mike, yeah.
Used to throw him up. And I started telling people to come see Matt.
Yeah.
And I would bring so many people to the shows.
Like the Ontario Improv?
No, we did, you know where we did a lot? It was the Comedy Store in La Jolla.
Right.
The other comedy store. And as well as the Rocky spots. He had Aces Comedy Club and then Shamrock as well. And I just wanted to see Matt perform, but I was a heckler. I was but a constructive heckler. You know, I was
supportive.
Everything, you know, consciously.
I think hecklers think they're supportive anyway.
Well, I mean, that's what I thought in my head. Consciously, I would think of things to say that I knew that they could play off of. Because comedy always was something special to me. To me, it's like a musician. It's like punk rock, you know.
Right.
You get up there with the microphone and nothing else. And so I would heckle, but making sure that I wasn't just saying, you suck, you know, stuff like that. Or nowadays, these guys say cap. I'm like, what the fuck? Cap? I got one on.
Yeah.
This cap or that cap?
That means true, right? Or lies?
It means
I
like
forget.
it means like it's topped off, like it's no good anymore. Or
Oh,
something.
like it's capped.
It's capped.
I get it.
I think I'm
Oh.
learning. I'm learning. But yeah, back in the day, there was no cap. Wait a minute. I mean, there was, or there wasn't. But yeah, back in the day, I used to heckle and give them stuff to work with,
Right.
unknowingly or maybe
So
subconsciously.
you were like a heckle plant.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
And then Big Mike, because I would bring people just to see Matt, he was like, "Let's throw you up there. Like you're funny. Like get up there."
Yeah.
And I said, "Fuck it, whatever. Let me try it out." And he started booking me because they were bringer shows, but I would bring a lot of people. I would bring a lot of people that are like that knew I was just funny in real life.
Yeah.
Let's see what you can do. So for a while, I was just doing these shows with Matt. They would always be with Matt, but through Big Mike Mitchell and everything he booked, and he'd throw me up. And I got to learn a lot about how comedy is harder than it looks. But it's something that, because I respect the art. I mean, like my version, I'm an artist. My version of art is me. And how I exist in the world and how I portray myself, to me, that's my art. Because I do a lot of little things. I'm a musician. I'm a singer. I'm a dancer. But like through comedy, I was able to just be like, let me explain to a bunch of strangers who I am. And it felt good for me, almost like, you know, therapy.
Yeah.
But
Amy does art and music and sings and not so much the dancing. Maybe not when
I
I'm
was
around.
young.
well,
when
I
you were
mean,
younger.
you know,
Tap dance, jazz.
I'm not afraid to get out on the floor. I mean, that's my version
No.
of dancing, but
I
no,
thought it was
like,
ballet. That was my immediate
I
thought.
love music. I respect film. Like I'm like, you know, I know directors and not personally, but like in my head, that's important to me.
I remember you also used to, correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember you would, I could be wrong, but I remember you doing where they would have like a band perform at like Pachanga or Paula or something, and then that you could like sing on stage with the band, like cover. It was like cover,
Live
but
band karaoke.
right.
Live band.
You used to do that,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah. So
that's right. You used to wail. I remember.
Yeah, there's a couple of times. So there's, I think you can find it on YouTube. You can see punk rock karaoke. But it started with in Pacific Beach. I'd go with Matt and his sister Courtney, and I don't know if I'm supposed to name drop all these people.
That's okay.
It's not bad. And we'd go to this place in Pacific Beach that had a live band karaoke.
Yeah.
And they were legit because they actually had the words on the screens, but they'd play the song live.
That's
So,
cool.
yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, it was like straight up like a real show. I
Yeah,
remember
so
that.
I'm like, I can do that. I did that a couple of times. Then I found there's a band out there that's called Punk Rock Karaoke. We got to get them at Solaris one of these days. But Punk Rock Karaoke is the same thing, but there you got to know the song. They don't have like a screen or nothing, so you have to know the song. So that gives you an incentive to like sit around listening to the same songs, you know, 2 weeks in advance. But yeah, I just like getting on stage. It's something that I know that people can't do, and it comes easy for me to just step up and be like, I'm ready. I'm ready for you.
You are a performer at heart.
I guess that's what it is. It's a lost performer. Like I just like what works for me is just being on stage, knowing that I'm comfortable up there, and then anything else that comes out comes out.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why I like comedy too. It's like I don't have to sing to these people, but same karaoke, just regular dive bar karaoke, things like that. It's just a way for a person to be able to express how they feel, whether it's their art or not. Like you see what it comes out filtered through this person. You know, see how special that song is through this person. See how special that situation is through this person, you know. Because I know, like, people would never do it. There's people out there that would never find the cojones to be able to jump on stage and just do that. Because in my mind, every time I'm just trying to make people happy.
Yeah.
Because the world sucks.
It can suck.
It can.
Yeah, you get caught in your own realm.
It can. And there's in life, understanding that people will go through it their entire life, not having the bravery. I'm still brave. But the bravery to just be able to express something like that in order to make a room, a dive bar, a brewery, just smile, like for the day, I know it can be something that people would never forget, because there's often times that I've seen somebody on stage like you that I never forgot.
Oh.
And when it comes down to stuff like, we need a comedian to run a bring your own vinyl night, or no, excuse me, a comedy night. Well, I never forgot this guy. That's what it is.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it's been quite the journey, thanks to that inside suggestion by you. So yeah, we've grown so much in Solaris, and just I've said it before, but it is an honor that we get to work with Solaris, and the beer, of course, and the icy machine I'm hooked on. Just the vibe, and the fact that, like, I always was a huge fan of, in Amy as well, the showcase in Riverside.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That was like the spot. And then I think Solaris is like the closest thing to that sort of, I mean, it's not the showcase, but like, people aren't,
it's not like seeing Angel Corpse there and like getting blasted and not hearing for 2 days.
Well, they have a promoter that has been, like, they're going to have a band that I have tattooed on me in June. Actually, tomorrow is Thursday. Bring your own vinyl with DJ King Baby. Every Thursday from 6 to 9 p.m. at Solaris Beer Blending. Tomorrow they're having Manic Hispanic. I saw them when I was like 14, 15 at the Warped Tour.
Yeah.
And they have a booker, and Mr. Paul, who runs their shows, and Mr. Aaron. Their brewery became a venue, and kids show up, and know to go to Solaris. Growing up in this area, because I lived in Murrieta, I left to San Diego, and I came back. Growing up in this area, there was a few venues, but they'd always close down. Would they last like a couple? The Vault. They'd last a couple of years, and I think didn't they do comedy too?
The Vault?
Yeah. And then
over
there was
off
like
the 15 near Corona?
No, out here in like
the Vault.
The Vault. But like what I'm
saying.
saying.
I heard about it, but I never went. They did do comedy. That was a long time ago.
And then there was one that sort of close to where all the breweries are. I can't remember the name that this nice kid ran to. And there'd be punk, there'd be metal, there'd be musicians, and I think they did comedy as well. But venues don't last too long that are just straight venues. This place is at least one of the best, most eclectic breweries I've ever been to, and I've gone to a lot because I like to drink. but even my buddy Andy, who comes to my vinyl night, we were at another brewery who I won't say, and we were drinking their beer, and he's like, Solaris has us spoiled, man. Like we drink 100. Some of the most amazing beers.
100%.
Right? And everywhere we go, we're like, this ain't no Solaris. This ain't no Solaris.
Yeah.
But I often ask Mr. Chad and Skylar about, like, did you guys ever think that your brewery would become this music venue? And they're like, no, we just kind of rolled with it, and now it's what they do too. So I'm really proud to be a part of them, especially you two, I'm sure. It's something nice in this area that they have art shows, they have hip hop, they have punk, I was there at a death metal show the other day, DJing inside, and the death metal was going on outside. I was wondering why you weren't there.
And it's my vibe,
right?
Why wasn't I there?
And all the kids, and I say kids, but I mean like 21, 2, 3, 4, 5-year-olds, like had a place to go in this area,
right?
You know, because they exist, and they're here. And it's really nice for them to be able to have a place to meet up and hang out and just mosh. And I never seen nothing bad happen there. It's really wholesome circle pits.
I think that like the venues don't survive with shows and like, you know, aggressive audience and musicians because the destruction and potential hazards to one another. But with Solaris being an environment that is like, it's just, there's like an essence and like it's so classy, the interior, that like I think people just respect the way it's not like a typical. I don't want to sound like but like some breweries are like typical breweries, but this place is different. Like it's very unique. Like just this feeling that it. So people respect it.
Yeah, I think it has to do with who they are and what they represent and what they put up with and what they won't. Just like anything else.
Yeah, it's not like anything flies, but it's where they came from. Like they were musicians. They collect records. They're into music and art, and I ask them about it, and it just works out. Like they're able to see something. If they see kids running around in a circle, they know exactly what it is. Why? Because they used to do it, and they still do it. I'm running around the mosh pit with Skylar. I'm like, hell yeah, dude. Yeah. And like the other night when they had that metal show, I was DJing inside in the tasting room because it was on a Thursday, which is going to happen tomorrow. It's Solaris Beer Blending, everything. But and I went out there to kind of show the kids, like, let me run around in the circle a little bit, let them know it's cool, like have fun, And I ran out there and just said, "Come on, kids." But I love being a part of it in the capacity that I am, and it's just really nice that people have a place to go to literally express themselves one way or another. At Solaris Beer and Blending, it's a commercial.
You can be who you want to be.
Yeah, as long as you don't hurt anybody and you're nice.
Because I don't think that'll be put up with.
It's the same in like in comedy, like comedy shows. There are producers that'll go into a place and say, "We'd like to put on a comedy show at your establishment," and like, but many business owners, they don't follow stand up and follow like that they're they want like a clean show and family friendly. They don't want to upset anybody, but like Chad and the crew at Solaris, like they're into that like eclectic or like outside the box comedy, from Tim Heidecker to Adult Swim and Tim Robinson and like that. We throw down some comedy like in the back before shows. Like I'm like, just, it's nice to talk to others that are like into some really weird stuff. And like, but a lot of venues and business owners, they don't do that. So like, that's why
because they think that that's what everyone wants, is just like very cut and dry. And that's who Solaris is not, which is, it doesn't, I feel like it, you're right, Alex, like it brings other people that don't want to be in that still environment. They want to express themselves. And I think like being true to yourself, you're going to bring everyone together in that, right?
Yeah. And when Chad and I sat down after, when you forwarded me to him, I sat down and I was like, I want to do, like, first thing was that green screen idea. And I'm like, I don't know how I want to do it, but I want to do it. I'm going to figure it out. But I want to change the background on all this. And he just, and then like they whipped up that image of like the crash test dummies and like the little jokes on the screen and to promote the show. And it was just really refreshing and nice. And again, thank you. Thank you so much, Solaris and Chad and everybody. Paul. Number one, baby. I hope that they sell Solaris Beer and Blending at Disneyland.
Disneyland.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, that'd be sweet. You're a fellow Disney supporter.
I am a Disney adult.
Yeah.
I was contemplating, I'm sure, a Mickey Mouse shirt, but I figured no logos.
No, it's all good.
All right, then, Fred Perry. But I love Disneyland for the same thing as like, because I'm a big nerd. I'm like, oh man, Walt Disney in 1955 needed a place so that he could take his daughters and not have to worry about it being gross or something. I don't know. But I do love Disneyland because to me it's just amusement parks in general. They're a weird idea for me because it's like these people that created them are like, all right, the world sucks. We need a place where people can be a kid you know. So that's why they made Toys R Us. But or wait, where a kid can is that Toys R Us? Where a kid can be a kid? I don't know. But I never lost love for amusement parks. Like we were a Knott's Berry Farm family, so our mom and dad in the '90s and late '80s would just leave us there and then come back after they were doing. I gotta ask them, what were you guys doing whenever you drop us off at an amusement park and pick us up?
Do you want to know?
Well, I don't know. I kind of do. But I think that created a person. That created somebody that's like, I just want to go somewhere where I can go on a ride, lock myself in, and get thrown around a bit. And now there's beer. And now there's beer.
I wish they would bring back, or like when they pulled out of the House of Blues used to be at downtown Disney.
yeah.
That was a spot, and like
There's
and they
like
turned
one
into
House
a
of
bowling
Blues
alley.
now. I think it's in San Diego.
They
Or did that one close?
They made a new one in Anaheim.
Oh, they
So
did.
it's somewhere else.
Okay.
Okay.
And actually, the irony of it all, the band that's playing on Thursday, Manic Hispanic, is playing there like the day before. Tonight.
Yeah, I remember.
Nice.
Let's go. So after this, we'll go to Anaheim House of Blues and watch Manic Hispanic. But yeah, they're still around. I think the one in LA they closed and didn't make a new one.
Right.
Because that one was like iconic. Like you'd see it on
my God.
Sunset,
Yeah.
right? There it is, the House of Blues. It's one of the OG ones too.
Totally.
Right across the street from the Laugh Factory.
Right? And like that barbecue place or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like at the corner. It's something
I
else
think they
now.
demolished it, actually, the whole building.
Tear
Like,
it up.
no longer a building.
Oh, don't do that
I liked the
anymore.
way it looked. I remember the one in Hollywood that had like it looked like Louisiana
It
kind of.
looked
Yeah.
like a house that had blues.
Right. Yeah.
That house has blues in
Straight
it.
up House of Blues.
You know, every time I walk their neighborhood, I always try and find a house that has blues in it. There's one in this area though. What's that one called? The Blues Club or whatever.
Yeah, Old Town Blues Club.
Old Town Blues Club. It's I stuck my head in there a few times. It's pretty cute. They have a live band karaoke, I think, on Tuesdays or
Really?
something. But I just kind of was like, hey, that's tight. And
Is that what I heard yesterday? Wait, what is it today? Is today Wednesday? Who knows?
Today's
Yeah,
now
today's
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah, no, me too.
Yeah, we've done comedy at the Old Town Blues Club.
Huh.
There was a period where they were trying it out, and it was a cool little spot. But
Oh,
yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they were-
remember Rocky's spot around the corner that
Third
used to-
Street Live.
Yeah, I did comedy there a couple of times.
Dude.
I was like, this is tight, Rocky. He's still around, right?
Yeah, Rocky's doing the cruise ships now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
I want to give him a hug.
yeah.
I miss him.
Aw. Yeah, we had him on the Not So Funny season 1 episode, or season 2 episode 1. Rocky got a massage and fed by us
Oh, that's
on our
excellent.
other podcast. Check
Well,
it out.
hopefully I get to be on that podcast too, because that sounds fun. I want a massage and I want to eat vegan foods.
Well, you have to tell us, not the camera. They don't care about giving you a massage or food. We're over here.
You don't care about me.
Now, I wanted to say so. Real quick, do you have a favorite ride at Disneyland?
Ooh, well,
What's your like go to? Like,
Storybook Land.
for the-
Everyone guess.
no. Oh yeah. Let me look at me.
I'm gonna Small
You guys
World?
guess.
Yeah.
Ooh, there was a guy that recently got in trouble in Small World. He took
Shocker.
He took too much. He
Drank the water.
I always get the water and I pray myself with it. Same thing at Pirates.
They dump families' ashes in that water, don't
They
they?
do.
Same in Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
And Pirates.
And if they catch you, they shut the ride down and they get like this whole hazmat team that's what they do to try and clean it out or whatever.
it's like the same hazmat suits from Monsters Incorporated.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. It's probably like if the other guests complain, so that's their thing because I have my Disney pass revoked until July.
Whoa! Did you drop a family member?
I don't even get wild there. So this is going to tie into what my favorite ride is.
Okay.
My favorite ride is Guardians of the Galaxy. Like my favorite sentimental ride is probably the Haunted Mansion or Pirates, those two. And right now Haunted Mansion's closed to make it bigger for fatties like myself. But to make it more
Wait, is that
they
what they're
said
doing?
to make it more accessible, and I was like,
does that
y'all
mean?
making them bars bigger. But here's that's like one of the only rides where they're like, sorry, ma'am, you ate too many churros. But Yeah, no, I'll get to that. It's all tied in. So I went to Disneyland, I don't know when it was, last month with my little pass. And I had Disneyland, ran around, had a great time. Wasn't trying to get drunk, bring my own lunch, eat everywhere. I spent like $300-400 on myself, on food and stuff, all the vegan food. They have a lot of vegan choices. That's why I'm like, I love Disneyland. Every time I go, they have more and more, it seems. So I was running around all day, drinking my seltzers, trying not to lose my mind. But every time I'm there, like, people talk crap. Like, I'll be in line. I'm sitting in line reading a Kindle with headphones on. Like, don't bother me, anybody. Like, I'm not here for you. I'm here for me. But the end of the night, I got on Guardians. It was like just before 10.
Yeah.
And they ran Guardians. Woo! Guardians. And then they were like, let's run it again. I'm like, what? This never happens. I'm telling the guy, this is rad. Like, they're keeping us on. Why are they running it again? After they ran it again, they're like, there was the little Disney security guards with their little like park ranger hats. They're like, excuse me, sir. I'm like, oh, these motherfuckers. Oh, yeah.
Oh, they kept you on the ride one more time to get the security there.
Entrapment. They had security, and then they said that I got too close to somebody and we'd like to speak with you. I was like, no, let me just go. Let me leave.
Yeah.
I'm a bad guy at Disneyland, apparently. Walt Disney'd be pissed. So I didn't go with them. I said, you know what? I'm just going to go. And they called the Anaheim PD. I'm like, what did I do? Literally, I was like, I didn't do nothing. I don't talk to nobody. There were some swingers at this one bar I went to at the hotel. I'm like, these guys are wild. Was it them? No, it wasn't them. They never told me what it was, but I think in retrospect, I was able to figure out what it was. When I first got into the park, Star Tours has new videos, like based off of the Disney Plus shows. And the workers were distracted because they let too many people in, so there was like a whole family that didn't have enough seats, so they had to get off. Mm-hmm. And then the lady next to me, she couldn't get her seatbelt on. So I'm like, and this is a problem with comedians. We can't not be funny. I'm learning it now anyway. She couldn't get her seatbelt on, so I put her seatbelt on. This is a big lady. I'm a big guy. She's a big lady. Put her seatbelt on, and she's all, it's my hips. And I said, no, baby, this is Disney hips. You know, you're good. It's all right. And I said, you know, at Universal Studios at the Harry Potter ride, they kick you off if you can't fit. Here at Disneyland, they just make the seatbelts bigger.
Yeah.
I think it was that. Because they never told me what it was.
I really don't feel like that's offensive. I think it's like charming.
I try. I'm this charming man, but exactly. Like, I'm like, I didn't do anything else. Because I go there, I respect the place. I respect the venue. You know, like Solaris, I respect the venue. You know, I grew up in punk rock, respect the venue if you want to be able to go back and do the same thing. But no, like, I think it had to have been that. Because they were like, you called somebody baby. And I was like, that's non-binary. I'm trying to match with the times now. I was told that I can say baby now. I was
disappointed in you.
I know. And that's why they gave me my pass back. The lady that emailed me and called me like the next week was like, no, you cool. Like, just really try harder to not talk to anybody. I'm like, I don't. I go there because, you know, I'm different. And people don't like different.
No.
Yeah, but I thought different was cool at Disneyland.
Right. Yeah, but there's like cliques and like there's like we go in there.
There's Disney gangs. There's gang members.
Right.
Yeah, like
and the gang members get to go, and I put on a seatbelt on a lady, and she gets offended. I think it was, you know, Papa that wasn't helping out, but whatever. I'll be back in July. And I'll be back. I won't put any seatbelts on anybody, and I'll just
don't help a damn
I'm not gonna
soul.
help anybody.
Yeah. They're gonna kick you out because the person sitting next to you on a ride fell out. And
they didn't like my cologne.
You didn't save them.
Yeah. That'll be your
next
next one.
That's the thing. Like that day too, like all the workers loved me. Like there was a dude at the Italian place in California Adventure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because they have a pistachio creme brulee vegan. Oh, so good. Like I knew about it. I said, I'm getting that. And I got this little tomato salad. I'm getting that. And I have this backpack. It's got rainbows on it. I thought the rainbows would protect me at Disneyland. But The busman, the busser. There you go, busman. Not a bus boy. He's a busman. He's like, your patches are sick. I love you. You're cool, man. I'm like, yeah, I come to Disneyland. I just have a good time. I love Disneyland. Reminds me of when I was a kid. Because like I said, we were a Knott's Berry Farm family, but we'd go to Disneyland whenever our like rich uncles would come from Mexico. Like, all right, we gotta save some money and figure Disneyland out, you know?
Yeah.
And show them Disneyland. So that's why I go, because Disneyland not cheap. If you're,
I think it's
Well,
more
it's cheaper than Universal Studios, I'll tell you.
Universal Studios,
It's insanely expensive.
I had an incident at Universal Studios as well. So when it was, I mean, like
I'm
last
seeing
year,
a trend. Now I'm wondering if,
it wasn't-
your past
we're
deserved
going-
to be
yeah.
taken.
well, that one I deserved it. And let me tell
Okay.
you,
No,
Universal
we're- yeah.
Studios.
We're going together.
Yeah, oh, man.
We gotta,
Universal-
we got to go to Disneyland together.
Oh, I have a pass.
I don't
in
wanna get
July.
kicked out.
No, we won't. I'm good with people.
You can put my seatbelt on.
I will. Well,
Satisfy his craving.
in
Be like,
between
put my
you.
seatbelt on, baby.
I'll sit right in between you, so I know I'm safe with seatbelt
That's
pudding.
true. That's true. We should babysit.
Yeah. Universal Studios, I went recently with homies from work, and you had to pay like extra to see the Mario stuff. Like I remember I already had a ticket, and then they're like, but for $400 or some shit, you can get into Mario Village. So
Bill Burr has a whole set on that.
no shit.
Yeah.
See? Well, then here's my version. I went in there. I paid $400 to see Mario Village, and literally it was to just see Mario Village. There was lines everywhere. Like I didn't know there was no like fast pass. It was when I like first opened, and I was upset. So I stayed in Springfield and got drunk. There I was drunk. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep going to Moe's. This girl's giving me a beer and a shot,
yeah.
and a beer and a shot, and a
Yeah,
beer
you're
and a shot.
fitting the theme. That's the theme of Moe's, though.
Yeah, I was like, I'm
Yeah.
You're a character at
it
that
was,
point.
Yeah, I was beer and a shot, beer and a shot, beer and a shot. But here's the thing about like Universal Studios, it's hard to find a place to sit. Like even when you do, it ain't cute. Like Disneyland, it's magical. Even if you just find a corner to hang out and chill, it's like, look at how this place is so vintage and nice.
Yeah.
Universal, you're like, here, go over here. The sun's gonna burn your balls off, but you don't get you drunk. So, a security guard found me. And this is like 10 o'clock as well. Nice story at the end though. It turned into something nice. Disneyland, I just had to like walk the streets of Harbor until like these security guards stopped following
And
me.
they kept you on a ride one more time.
That was fun. And
That's
they
the nicest way to get kicked out of a park.
broke my heart on my favorite ride. But no, I'll be back. I talked to the lady. Universal, I did. I'm admitting I drank too much because I was just like,
Shots.
what else am I going to do? Like I got on all these rides, and then around 10 o'clock, the security goes, excuse me, sir. We have guest complaints that you're cussing. And I was like, okay.
Oh my
I
God,
didn't
let's be
know
real.
that you're not allowed to cuss in Hollywood. Or just on the outskirts of fake Hollywood. But I said, you know what? I'll just leave. Like, I don't need any of this. Like, I'm not trying to go to a room with security guards because I know security guards. They're just kids. Like, I'll just leave. And they were following me. But because I had, a couple of beers in me, I got the Bugs Bunny in me came out of me. So when you're going, that was in like by Jurassic Park on the bottom.
Right.
So when you're going up the escalators, there's stairs on the side. And I'd been going to the gym pretty good at that time. Like it was a constant thing. So
You're a fit drunk.
I was fit drunk and was like, I'm bored and I'm upset about Mario Village. Let me give these guys a show. So this guy was he was a little portlier than I was, and so I ran up the stairs, and they had to follow. They were running up the stairs, and it looked like
my
a difficult
God.
situation for him. It was a big guy, and this little girl was laughing at him. The security guard.
this
little
is
girl.
like a music
young
video.
woman. Yeah. I ran up the stairs, and I'd wait for him. Because I knew they were following me out. So I'd wait for him at the top of, like, Bugs Bunny eating his carrot. Like, all right, you ready?
Yeah.
You ready? Okay, let's do another one. I'd run up the other flight and wait for him at the top. You ready? You ready for the next one? Ready? And then I tricked them. I ran to the stairs, but then I got on the escalator. So then they were running up the stairs, and I was just on the escalator like, what's going on? What's going on? Then they had another security guard intercept me, and he was cool. He's like, "Hey man, you having a problem?" I'm like, "No, I'm just trying to go." He's like, "Yeah, you look all right, but you're making sure you're trying to leave." I'm like, "Yeah, no, I'm leaving. These guys are hassling me." So I get to the front, and they like make me get an Uber, and they throw me in the Uber, and I tell the Uber guy, I was like, I need to get to my truck, not to drive. I took their recommendation. I wanted to get my shit. I had a charger and my stuff. So they Ubered me to my truck, and I was like collecting a charger and stuff because they were like, just go somewhere else and come back and get your stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I went to my truck, but they didn't want me to go to my truck because they don't know. So, and I get it. But I literally was at my truck, like, let me get a bag. I had my little fanny pack and battery and like Red Bulls and stuff. I was like, this sucks. And what's it called? Then the, whatever town that is, Universal City PD, actual cops came up on me. And they're like, excuse me, sir, we asked you to leave the property. And I was like, yeah, but you guys threw me in an Uber. It felt like child trafficking. Like, I didn't know what was going on, adult trafficking. I don't know what was going on. Like, I'm going to go to Hollywood. I'm going to go to the Rainbow. Just let me get my stuff.
Classic.
Yeah. And so I did. I got my stuff. And I went to the Rainbow, and it was there was like a hardcore show going on downstairs.
Right on.
And I went all the way up to the top of the little vampire's crow's nest and was just chilling there. There were these dudes from Canada, and I'm a big nerd because I was talking to them about this was actually where, a lot of people love the Rainbow because of all the metal stuff in the 80s, but I prefer it because of Harry Nilsson and John Lennon. And they used to go up here and write songs and do coke. And they're like, you got any coke? I'm like, no. But it's bad nowadays. But yeah, so I had like a blast at the Rainbow, and then I left there and had to like walk my way back to my truck, and I took off. But Universal's not for me. But the thing was, I didn't get to go to Mario Village, but I had lost enough weight to where I could fit on Harry Potter. So I was like happy about that. And I think maybe that tie into what it was, because when I was on the Harry Potter roller coaster that kicks fat people off, I was on it like, fuck you, Harry Potter, like kicking my legs, trying to kick everything. Like, yes, I fucking did it. I lost 200 pounds eating vegetables. Yeah, because the time before that, I couldn't get on the ride. And I was like, I guess I'm fat. I'll go vegan. And I did. But yeah, I was, that might have been what it was. I lost a Solaris hat on the Mummy. And then I lost a hat that night. But no, it's just, I do well at Disney. I love Disneyland.
You're a memory maker.
Yeah.
I guess, but like this
I
world.
can't imagine your dreams.
We can talk about that too. Like right now, I'm not smoking the marijuana right now because I want a new job. I'm a good boy. But
Do they still drug test, man?
They do,
For
but
marijuana?
they do if you in the line of work that
FBI?
federal stuff. Yeah, I'm a federal agent. And but no, just for insurance too. Like I stopped doing all sorts of stuff. Not like it was like a problem, but just for being able to get a job.
Yeah.
But because of that, my dreams came back. Because I guess marijuana does take your dreams and ambitions away.
I don't think so.
Just dreams.
Just you. That just happened to you.
It's like a thing.
Everyone's different, man.
But
Yeah,
everyone's
everyone's
different.
different.
But yeah, I guess I'm one of the ones where I wasn't really dreaming when I was smoking pot. And I'm dreaming again now.
Good.
But I'll wake up like schizophrenic. I had in like weird ass dream. Like I had a dream that my brother came home with a chihuahua. Mm-hmm. And it was so vivid and so real. I woke up, I'm like, I got to feed that new little puppy. I got to feed this dog. Like, it's like, I guess I'm schizophrenic now because I don't smoke pot. But thinking my dreams are true. But maybe one day,
All right.
all of my dreams will come true.
Well, let's move into our KAWspiracy segment. We're definitely going to have you come back.
Yeah.
Oh,
By the way.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This is a blast. Man.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So for KAWspiracy.
KAWspiracy with Alex.
Hello.
KAWspiracy.
This is Mr. Crow.
You can do that, Crow, if you want. Grab that guy.
Oh, here he is.
You're very good with voices, by the way. You've done like 4 characters in this one episode.
A person like me, this King Crow, they call me DJ Crow Baby. That's why I got this crown on.
Nice to meet you. I like your toe ring.
Nice to meet you too. I'm DJ Crow Baby.
All right. Let's go into our segment.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah, here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. How you doing, Amy? I miss you. Doing well.
I feel a little nauseated.
Well,
You know
this
what?
is
You're not going to be on the episode again.
this is just the way I talk.
This isn't me. This is
me, the crow.
Hey, you need to chill out, buddy.
Hey, you just life, I guess, hits you a certain way and you come out another way, you know.
I like how his eye is just twitching.
Yeah.
Me or the crow?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on the moon landing? Do you think we went to the moon, Alex?
Well, I think the Russians got... Okay. See ya, crow. Hey, I'll see you later.
That was fun. That was fun.
Oh.
Well, catch up later, buddy.
The moon landing? Yeah, that's a good one. Moon landing. So, correct me if I'm wrong, and I may be very well.
This is for entertainment purposes only, by the way.
The views and expressions on this comedy podcast have nothing to do with Solaris Beer Blending or crows.
Did we go to the moon? Did America? Is there a flag on the moon? Are there moon rover tracks on the moon?
I, for fun, I prefer to believe that we didn't. Or if we did, it was maybe later. Because what was it, a space race between us and Russia or something? And they were sending like Lakia, the space dog, and space monkeys and various space animals up to space, which are probably still out there in one form or another.
It's just floating.
Yeah, just floating and being
Frozen.
frozen charcoal animals out there. And then they even had like Yuri Gagarin, came down like a big piece of charcoal back down to Earth.
Oh, like
so
meteorites are just like pieces of like pets.
And astronauts that had suicidal tendencies, but they need to throw someone else up there. Let me go. But I guess there's just all sorts of weird evidence that
It didn't go.
That it didn't happen. Maybe at least when they said it did.
Yeah, because dude, the president was talking to him. Oh, I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
In the '60s with the technology back then.
Yeah.
And it was just this big, televised thing. And what did they say? Like the flag shouldn't be moving like that, and
Like it was waving.
Right.
Like there's wind or
the
something.
footsteps too,
Yeah.
and it's apparently like even back in the day, they used to take pictures of space and edit them.
Right.
And before they put them out to the public, and it was before the internet, so it was whatever we took. It was whatever I wasn't there, but it was whatever the public was able to see. That was the truth. Easier to control back then.
I'll believe it I'll believe we landed on the moon when they put like a big advertisement on the face of the moon so we can see it.
Yeah.
Or if there's a blinking light or something. If I can see a full moon and there's like a blinking light.
But you can't even prove that would be on the moon either if you saw it from Earth.
Right.
What?
A blinking light.
Yeah, if they landed on the moon, on the face of the moon, and then they put some sort
strobe.
of like a strobe
Sure.
or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh look, there they are.
Yeah.
That's cool. Or they just draw something with your rover, like just leave some sort of imprint.
Some sort of,
I just don't think it'll be visible to the human eye.
Well, even with a
Telescope?
telescope,
Telescope?
or
That's possible.
a P900 Nikon camera or something. Yeah, I want to be able to see something on the face of the moon.
At least give us some evidence.
Yeah,
Because I have seen some of these videos and I'm apprehensive.
you got to question everything.
And then
Look at AI now. Jesus Christ.
Oh, he's there too. Buzz Aldrin gets all offended when
He does
he'll
not
punch
like
you
to
out.
be.
Yeah.
He does not, and he won't swear on a Bible that he went
None
on the
of them
moon.
would.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they won't.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Right?
Yeah. And
I mean, like I wouldn't. I don't give a shit about.
so I'll swear
Bible.
on a Bible. Fuck you, Bible. No, hey.
He swore at the Bible.
Yeah.
Bible cool, number one, Bible. But no, I think for me, especially with conspiracy theories, just in general, it's just more fun to believe something wacky like that. It's not like I'm telling people that they're wrong. Like maybe we did go to the moon, and I guess I'm wrong. I don't care if I'm wrong.
Right.
There's a lot of people that
That's not what it's about.
care that they're wrong, and then end up in this downward spiral of like, I'm going to believe what I believe until I die,
Right.
no matter if I'm incorrect or not. And I'm not that. Like, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong all day long. That's
Right.
my poem. I'm going to tattoo it on my forehead. Prove me wrong all day long. That's the
Yeah.
name of my podcast.
Just kidding. All day long. The longest podcast ever.
Prove me wrong all day long. 24-hour podcast. But
Yeah, it's just like when you watch The Shining, you know, and there's all these like clues about NASA and things like that, like his sweater, and there's more, like all sorts of conspiracies because that director Stanley Kubrick is supposedly the one that they said directed, the moon landing. So yeah, I'm like, yeah, they got one of the best. That's a cool thing.
Oh yeah.
I wonder how much they paid him. You know, if it's all true, let's pretend it is completely true that the moon landing was faked and directed by Stanley Kubrick. Like, I wish Jack Nicholson was in the moon landing. You know, I'm on the fucking moon. Here's Johnny.
Or you know that
you
scene
get that little moon right in front of you. You know,
that scene in The Shining when he's just staring into the camera because he's like in a trance.
Yeah.
If that's him
on the spaceship.
Yeah, on the spaceship, just like cabin fever, Jack Nicholson.
I want to see that movie so bad. I want to see that era of Jack Nicholson, like, you know, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and The Shining era.
Beautiful era.
Oh, man. And if Shelley Duvall, beautiful Shelley Duvall, was on the moon landing, that'd be the best. That'd be the best.
Yeah. She could play a good moon alien of some sort.
Or yeah, she is out of this world. Or she could be beating aliens with her baseball bat.
Spaceball bat. Yeah.
Baseball bat, I'd say.
That's weird. I made a reference to Spaceballs today.
Spaceball. Let's talk about Spaceballs. Was Spaceballs documentary or not? Merchandising.
Well, Alex, it's been a blast having
Wonderful.
you on the show, and
Thank you.
for everything, and thank you for Vinyl Nights. You do such a
you.
good job. We like to come and support you as well. And real quick, if we were to can we bring a vinyl, or do you? Is there something a catalog that we have to choose from?
Oh, all genres are welcome as long as it's not hateful or will break the speakers. There was this one time, the only time I had to tell somebody I'm not playing this, is this punk rock kid came in. And punk rock kids bring their punk rock all the time, so don't get me wrong. But he brought this like super experimental just sludge. It just sounded like broken speaker. Like these guys were trying to be artists. Like,
Yeah.
Wait, did you put it on? So that's how you
I
knew?
listened to it
Oh,
first, and I brought the kid over. I was like, hey man, put my headphones on. Have you heard this? I put it on him. And he's like, oh, no, I don't have a record player. Like, that's why I'm here, which is cute. If you got records and you ain't got a record player, that's the place to go. But I said, I don't want to play this. It's just going to break the speakers, man. So, but everything else, and he agreed. He's like, no, you're right, man. You're right. And I said, okay, because I felt bad. I felt bad. Yeah, I was like, I know art, but like they use vintage, really nice clipped speakers that are made for listening to records. And I didn't want to blow him up. So, yeah, he was totally cool. But for the 99.9999% of the time, we play everything. That's the only time that I didn't.
And the music goes into the bathroom and the outdoor patio, too,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. So it's just, it would just disturb, which I'm like, I love disturbing stuff. Like, this is rad if you're feeling a certain way. But, like, don't scare the people off. Don't scare the patrons off.
Right.
But, like, no, if it sounds like music, absolutely we'll play it.
Yeah.
And everything sounds like music except for I'm an artist. It wasn't even like screamo-y metal or stuff. It was
like
just like
punk ASMR.
Noise.
Yeah, it was noise. It was ASMR, noise, sound stuff. And I was like, he said, I saw them at a show. I just bought their record. I'm like, okay, I get it because support.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, otherwise, all genres welcome. Bring a stack of records. I have this whole system in my brain that like I take turns on the people that come in as opposed to their records. So you could bring like 20 records. I'm not going to play all 20 in a row. You know, I'll keep you in a rotation, kind of like karaoke. But yeah, bring records. It's from 6 to 9 p.m. and I just sit up there on my DJ turntables and I play records and everybody enjoys beers and have a good time. Tomorrow is actually there's going to be bring your own vinyl inside the tasting room, and then outside is a concert, which requires admission, so you have to buy a ticket to go see Manic Hispanic, Union 13, and Ocho Calacas. It's a sort of like a pre-Cinco de Mayo concert because all the bands have some sort of Latino flair, but they're punk and like heavy punk and Ocho Calacas. I didn't look them up, but I just like saying Ocho Calacas, Ocho Calacas, Ocho Calacas. Union 13 too is no joke. Manic Hispanic is like an OG. Punk band, like they used to play the Warped Tour. Union 13 is an OG Latino punk band that's been around for a while too. So if you see Manic Hispanic, make sure you see Union 13 too.
because I've seen them before. They tear it up. They've been doing it for a while. Ocho Calacas? I don't know. I just like saying Ocho Calacas.
It sounds like you're summoning something right now.
Ocho Calacas.
He does it 3
summoning
times.
that band that like would break the speakers. Ocho Calacas. Maybe it's them. Oh no.
Isn't that what our words do anyway?
Yeah.
Just summon.
Yeah, that's right.
They're
Spells.
spelling.
Yeah.
I am spelling
Where
spells.
where can everybody find you online? Are you more of an Instagram or are you Facebook? Where can everybody find you?
I'm pretty exclusively on Instagram, DJ King Baby 83, DJ King Baby 83. You can find me there and see my adventures. Otherwise, there is a Facebook, but I use it more to like buy things nowadays through the marketplace. And I'm on FetLife.
FetLife.
Oh, don't worry about that.
I don't know what that is.
Dang, I'm out of the loop on that one. I'm afraid to look that one up. I don't even know how to spell that.
Yeah,
FetLife.
it's a QRSTUVWXYNZ.
Okay. Amy, is there anything that you want to put out for our viewers, listeners?
Just the huge, the www.episicreveries.com, and then mostly IG at Shades of Despair.
And Not So Funny Podcast. That's
Right.
Where you can catch us. And then myself, CKT Comedy. You can find us at Solaris. And this month, finally we're here. May 25th is the Comedy Fest, 2nd annual. Make sure you follow us on all of the social medias, minus Snapchat. But we are posting like crazy with all of the KAWmedy Krows, a star online. So we'll be getting geared up and ready for the show. We got all of our finalists in, and it's going to be a blast. So get your tickets. $30 online. Scan the QR code. Go to the coasters. All that stuff. It's gonna be fun. And that'll be it. So thanks for sticking around, and we'll see you guys next time.
Hey.
Bye bye.